Hi Thomas, welcome to ARKIMEET.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
I am talking about me before. I am Elif and I got a scholarship for traveling to Amsterdam to search about smart city Amsterdam.
Okay.
So I find something about your project also there. I talked about society and the people said me they use the smart citizen kit.
Yes.
But they said me it's not really working now because the people is not buying it. But the project is really impressive and I really want to see some example in the streets or the house. But they said I couldn't see any example on the city, so I just first asked about why. And
I told that in my presentation. What we have done in 2 years is to create a technological platform that didn't exist before, which is an electronic board that connects to your Wi-Fi connection at home and sends data about the environment to a server, right? We tried to develop this kit that people could buy it for a low price. That includes selecting a type of sensors that is cheap. And when you use cheap or low cost things, sometimes you compromise quality. What happened in Amsterdam is that we deployed 100 sensors with people that were expecting very reliable sensors for monitoring air quality. And what they found is that there are still things to improve in relation with the calibration and the quality of the data that these sensors are being produced. Let's say some of the conclusions for this experiment we did in Amsterdam were critical about the device itself, saying, "Hey, this is not what we expected. The data of the quality is not enough." But at the same time, people learned that this is more complicated than they thought. And actually, one of the results of that is that people the back society lent the sensors to people, and then after they finish using them, they could buy them if they want for 1/3 of the price. And then I think that I would say that 12% of the people bought the sensors. So there are people that have their sensors at home, and they develop some kind of attachment to it.
Maybe the connection with the map is not really working in that time. Really?
It is. It's completely working. I mean. And then there are sensors online in Amsterdam with people that was part of that experiment and keeps using them. We are working at this very moment, on developing a new version of the kit that will include a better sensors for air quality.
And much better is not really.
And then having a better, let's say, user experience. So I mean, those are challenges that are normal to have in this kind of projects. But as I said, this is never done before at this scale, and we are really changing the way people interact with technology in cities. So we expect to have not only this, but more problems.
I also make a public survey to understand the citizens really realize the projects or they are using it. And the end of the survey, the people doesn't know about the Amsterdam Smart City or the projects. So that's really interesting for me because it's second smart city in Europe, but the people don't know it.
But these rankings are created by governments and companies, not by the people.
But I think it must be a relationship with the projects and the citizen.
I think that the whole smart city, let's say, kind of excitement that has been generated during the last 3-4 years, it's something mostly coming from a top-down approach. It's like introducing a new idea in a very old-fashioned way. A lot of marketing investment, a lot of videos done by big companies trying to promote, which is their smart city agenda. A lot of money spent by governments trying to promote smart cities. I love what some people say about smart cities is that it's like teenage sex. It means everybody talks about it, but no one have done it before. So I think that there is a lot of excitement talking about smart city. Nobody really knows what is it. And but I think that it has opened a space for discussion in relation of the understanding that the connection between technology and cities, and how technology can help to improve the interaction between people and the city, and between people and people in the city.
I agree with you. And what is the future project for FABLab?
Well, I would say that no. I think that our two big chunks are Smart Citizen and the Fab City project. And the Fab City, we're trying to look of not generating another framework or another top-down approach or another model, let's say, but trying to develop strategies and tactics on how deploy digital fabrication technologies in cities and how we can help other cities to do the same. No? So trying to reach China is a challenge because we think if we introduce changes in where some of the source of the problem is about manufacturing in a centralized way, we can affect change in other cities. So I think the Fab City is the biggest one. As I said, we're working on Smart Citizen, and then we are working on other smaller projects that maybe it's too soon to talk about them.
Okay. And so for you, what is next? What do you imagine the maximum way, maybe?
About what?
About everything in technology and the cities or people, lifestyle, maybe.
Yeah, well, I imagine, I mean, I am very idealistic person.
Okay.
I believe in, like, you know, there's a better future. I like to believe. Some people would say, no, we're going to collapse. The planet is going to collapse, the tides are going to go up, and you know, the global warming is almost here, and we are killing most of our species, and we have worse relationships between humans. We don't talk to people, we don't touch people, we are just using computers. I like to be positivist. I'm a positivist, and I think that basically we're having now a big opportunity to let's say to change the way we have interact before. It means that now the means of production or the means for communication not hopefully will not be only in the hands of few people, but will be democratized. So in that way, I think that the future seems to be more accessible for the people to participate in. Let's say I expect that there is not like a kind of experts creating the future and then some people following it, but actually understand that creating the future is a responsibility of everyone. And I think that Fab Labs, open source, let's say technologies, and this new way of thinking about which are the challenges for humanity will actually help to create the conditions for this to happen. I hope that's the future.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks.